Lauren Kostiuk, an investigator at Local 4, spent the last several weeks in our archives going through old interviews, talking to people close to the case. And Lauren, the sister of one of the victims, has pretty strong words about what needs to happen to solve this case.
That's right. You know, over the years, we have spoken to so many people on these tapes about this case, but sadly, many of them have passed away with no real answers. There have been theories, people investigated, but no one has been charged for these murders. Why is that? Was the killer really that clever, or did something or someone slip through the cracks?
They tied him so damn tight, you know, you try to fight, it just cuts into you.
How can you just kill a 12-year-old in the middle of a very busy intersection and no one knows anything? How can that be?
Their bodies were tossed by public roadsides, almost as if to taunt officers.
It was torture. This was not one killing.
It's one of the most notorious unsolved cases in Michigan. From February 1976 to March 1977, 4 kids were kidnapped and murdered in Oakland County along the Woodward corridor.
It was every bit as horrible as you could imagine.
It was very scary for the community. It kind of broke a sense of innocence.
The monster behind it became known as the Oakland County Child Killer. 50 years later, the case remains unsolved.
So you still believe this case could be solved?
100%.
February 15th, 1976, 12-year-old Mark Stebbins was snatched near his Ferndale home. 4 days later, his body was found in a strip mall parking lot in Southfield, smothered, sexually abused, with rope marks binding his wrists and ankles. On December 22, 1976, 12-year-old Jill Robinson vanished after an argument with her mother. Her body was found days later along I-75 near the Big Beaver exit in Troy, shot in the head. On January 2, 1977, 10-year-old Christine Mahalik disappeared while walking to a 7-Eleven in Berkeley. 19 days later, her body was buried in a snowbank in Franklin Village, smothered to death. On March 16, 1977, 11-year-old Timothy King went missing after leaving his Birmingham home to go to a pharmacy to buy some candy. 6 days later, his body was found in a ditch in Livonia, suffocated and sexually abused. The killer held his victims for days, even weeks, bathing, feeding them, and washing their clothes before taking their lives. Then he left their bodies in plain sight, almost taunting police.
We were all over the map with theories and who was involved, and was it the car with the hockey stick logo on the side? Was it a police officer that possibly was involved? Was it a priest? Was a person of authority that could get kids into the car without commotion?
But none of these leads led to someone being charged with the murders. Many blamed investigative mistakes, infighting among agencies, and even an alleged cover-up. At the heart of this fight is the King family. Frustrated by the lack of progress, Timothy's dad, Barry, filed lawsuits against the state police and prosecutors, leading to the release of over 3,000 pages of documents.
It's sickening what he had to endure the last 15 years of his life, just asking for transparency. His kids, the 3 of us, we saw through it too.
Today, Kathy and her siblings refuse to let this case die. Decades later, the sheriff says the case still haunts him, and he believes it can be solved.
It's either going to be new technology or somebody that has information that could fill in that one piece of the puzzle that can allow this to go forward. I think those are our only 2 kind of Hail Marys at this point.
There have been concerns about, this case being, how would I say, obstructed, or there was a cover-up. What do you have to say to that? I
never saw any evidence that there was a cover-up or a blockage by law enforcement. And if I did, I would call it out and I would push through it.
In the meantime, Kathy keeps fighting, demanding evidence be retested, files digitized, and the case given to a dedicated cold case unit. But above all, she wants the truth.
You know who I want to come forward? I want the cops who worked on this case, who knew or suspected how this investigation got derailed and why, I want them to come forward. It's on you now.
And Michigan State Police did decline an interview with us about this case, but they did say it's open and they are investigating all new tips. We have the number you can call over on clickondetroit.com because you never know. Someone might be ready to talk all these decades later. Reporting, Lauren Kostiuk, Local 4.
All right, we appreciate your work on this, Lauren. We also have an extended cut of Lauren's story on clickondetroit.com, plus an hour-long docu-series our team put together back in 2019 that takes a deep dive into the case. All you need to do is scan that QR code below to watch.